Hello and welcome to my channel. It's the time of the month where I will show you my completed pages for November 2024. I completed 23 pages. That's the average amount of pages for me. 20 plus minus 5 pages is normal. I started the month with this Disney children's coloring book. I colored Belle and what's his name? In German it's Tassilo. Is it in English too? I don't know. I used watercolor crayons, yes. Neocolor 2 and my Jackson watercolor crayons to create the background and everything else, and then I went over with Crayola colored pencils. Next, I have a coloring book by Craft Sensations in a Field of Roses by Wildflower. And in this book I completed 2 pictures in this month. First I had... yes, Paris at night, so I imagine it. But it came out a little bit different than I wanted. For the sky I used, I think, watercolor crayons again. Yes, and Crayola colored pencils and some gel pens by Castle Arts. And the second illustration that I completed is this one, also complete with watercolor crayons. I think I used Neocolor 2, and then for some highlights metallic gel pen, gold in some parts and over the lines. Then I have Johanna Basford's Miniature Enchanted Forest. Here I completed 4 pictures. I started with this one, where I wanted the background like the background on the right side, but I couldn't remember which materials and colors I used, so it looks very different, and I made it with distress ink and a brush. No paintbrush, makeup brush, and Crayola colored pencils. These pencils I used also on this hedgehog, because I think the Crayola colored pencils work very well on this paper. I feel they blend very nice and have vibrant colors. And also on this picture I used the Crayola pencils and outlined some leaves with gold metallic gel pen. I hope I can show you it. In camera it looks not so nice as in person. And the last one, I will show you a whip first. That I started. I had some bleed through from the back and wanted to cover this with black paint. Started with felt tip pens, water-based markers, and then used acrylic paint for the larger areas, and now you can see the difference between yes, not so nice. And this is the picture, the last picture that I did also with distress ink and the makeup brush, and sprinkled some watercolor paint in metallic gold. Then I have Chanson so Chat by Mesdemoiselles, and here I also had very much pages. I started with this double spread page where I used watercolor crayons for everything and gel pens for some highlights in the cup and I don't know the words, but I think you know what I mean. And this was the next double page spread. This was colored with colored pencils only, different brands, Faber-Castell Black Edition, Crayola, and Castle Arts Soft Touch. Yeah, and this was the last. The black parts I used Derwent ink tints and activated it with water-based markers, and I used colored pencils for the cats and went over with metallic watercolor paint. Christl Vogls Ausmalreise, der verwunschene Wald. Here I colored the next page because I colored this book in order from front to back, and I tried my Brutforner pastel pencils, but I don't like them on this paper. They were very scratchy, and yeah, it looks nice, but I didn't like the feeling while coloring, so I think I don't use them again in this book. Then Diane Dufour, Boule de Poil. I wanted to color illustration with autumn vibes, and so I had chosen this cozy picture. The background and the blankets were colored with Neocolor 2, the dogs with Crayola colored pencils, and then I used metallic watercolor paint for the dots and gel pens for some silver highlights in the pillow. Colorful World, Regenbogen by Ursula Schwab. I colored an autumn picture in this book. I think rain is typical for autumn, so I wanted to color this umbrellas, this mandala with umbrellas and rainbows and rain and a little bit of sun, and I used fine liners and Castle Arts glitter gel pens and metallic gel pens, and some Color and Brutfona colored pencils in the background. Next is Maria Trolle by Nacht, and on this picture I had lots of likes on Instagram, and I like it too very much. I think it came out so nice. I have some golden dots on the leaves. I think you can't see them very good. I based everything with Castle Arts watercolor pencils and went over with Castle Arts soft touch pencils, and then I had some highlights with gel pens, the white gel pens on some flowers and the gold for the leaves. Yeah, I like this picture very much. Then I have Kerby Rosanes Imagemorphia. Last month I completed this picture, so I wanted to finish the other side, and here I based the background with Derwent Inktense and went over with a Castle Arts Soft Touch, and it looks now very smooth. Didn't expect that, and I used some golden highlights with metallic watercolor paint, and the flowers I based with water-based markers and went over with Castle Arts Soft Touch again, and I have some white highlights, and in the wings of this, in German I said bee, but it's not a bee, I don't know the English word. Yeah, I used some pearl watercolor paint, and that's it. Then I have Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou, Circle of Life, and I completed this page with this nice sunflower. I based it with water-based markers, and in the blue areas I based it with Derwent Inktense, and there's some golden marker, but the frames they were colored with water-based markers and colored pencils on top. And I think I used the Castle Arts Soft Touch again, and as always white gel pen to create some highlights. Then I have Tatiana Bogema Stolova Vintage Classic Coloring Pages 1 to 2, and I colored a picture that gave me some autumn vibes, and I wanted to use a color palette with only blue and brown tones, but then I ended up with red and orange too, and some gold. But I like this very much, how it came out. Yeah, I didn't plan it, but it's pretty, I think. and the background what did I use for the background? I used chalk pastels. Yeah, and some gold and white gel pens for little highlights. Then Johanna Basford, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I colored the next page in the row. I colored this book from front to back, and I based it with Staedtler watercolor pencils in the background for the sky, and in the grass in the foreground I used Faber-Castell Black Edition, and here in the flowers I made some black dots because I wanted that they look more like poppies, and here in the flowers I have some gold dots. Yeah, not my favorite, but I like it. Then Diane Dufour, the Poil again. I colored this yesterday on last day of November and wanted illustration that I can finish in no time, and that's it. I used Faber-Castell Black Edition for the reindeer. Is it a reindeer? I made it a reindeer with a red nose, and the background is Neocolor 2 on a palette, diluted with water, and add some metallic watercolor paint, and then I made the snowflakes with acrylic paint. Then I have Matchstick Mouse, a floral coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. I have one winter picture. The background I made with oil pastels, but I did not like this. It looks dirty to me, and I don't know. When it comes to oil pastels, I think I do something wrong. Perhaps I have to try it again on other paper, and the rest of the picture is colored with Castle Arts Soft Touch pencils, and I used some acrylic paint for the snowflakes. And then I finished a page, a whip from last month. The background is colored with Ohuhu alcohol markers, and then I used the Derwent Color Soft pencil, the white pencil, to make some fluffy clouds. And I don't know if these are apples or cherries or what they're supposed to be, and these lines I also didn't know what to do with, so I decided I make these fruits to apples and go over with white gel pen. Yeah, and this was my coloring month for November 2024. And now I will show you my favorites for this month. And of course, Maria Trolle by Nacht, Nightfall was my absolute favorite, and Kerby Rosanes Imagine Morphia I like also very much. And last but not least, I loved coloring this picture by Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou in Circle of Life. And now I have to write the matchstick mouse with in the snow, because I forgot to write it down. And because the video ends now, I would like to hear which pictures are your favorites of my coloring month. And if you are coloring too, please let me know what's your own favorite for the month of November. And now I wish you a very nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!